The Trump administration is seeking to revoke 200,000 tourist visas. I'm going to explain why this affects almost nobody. So, right now, there's a proposed rule that is on Secretary Rubio's desk. He's going to consider it as to whether or not he will revoke 200,000 tourist visas that belong to asylum seekers. Basically, the targets of this are anybody that were issued a tourist visa between the years 2016 and 2026, and then during this time period, filed for asylum. Basically, they use their tourist visa to enter the country, and at a certain point, once in the country validly, they applied for asylum. Yes, Secretary Rubio is allowed to make this decision under 8 USC 1201I, which basically gives the secretary the power to revoke tourist visas for any reason he wants. Now, the reason this doesn't affect a lot of people is because of the nature of the tourist visa versus the nature of authorized stay. They're not the same thing. All a tourist visa does is it allows you to board a plane. When you have a tourist visa, you buy a plane ticket online, you show up at the airport in your home country, let's say Mexican International Airport in Mexico City. You have to present your tourist visa in Mexico. They will not let you get on the plane unless you have a valid tourist visa. Once you've shown that you have a valid tourist visa, then that allows you to get to the port of entry in, say, like LAX, Los Angeles International Airport. At that point, CBP will inspect you. And they don't care if you have a tourist visa, they care if you have immigrant intent. They care about your itinerary, they care about your history, they care about all those things before they give you what really matters, which is your I-94. And that's your period of authorized stay. When you enter under a tourist visa, it means you're a tourist. It means that you're going to go to Disneyland. And usually they'll give you 6 months to do it. So they'll give you an I-94 that's valid for 6 months. That's your period of authorized stay. If you applied for asylum 1 month into your stay, you still have 5 months left of validity. That 5 months will expire despite the fact that you applied for asylum. You don't get unlawful presence during the pendency of your asylum application, but it still expires. At the end of the 6 months in the United States, you no longer have valid status anymore. You are allowed to continue your asylum application. You cannot be deported until it's concluded. You will do this in USCIS, immigration court, or while detained. But it doesn't really matter if you have a tourist visa because, again, all a tourist visa does is it allows you to board a plane. You don't want to board a plane, you just want to claim asylum in the United States. Now, let's say that your asylum petition is adjudicated 4 years into the future. At that point, maybe you leave on your own because you were in valid status when you started and the judge lets you leave. You still have 6 years left of a valid tourist visa, 6 years to buy plane tickets and board planes. But when you arrive at the port of entry, you will have a failed asylum application on your record. And traditionally, CBP will not let you in because they're going to claim that you still want immigration intent, that you still want to immigrate to the United States. So most asylum seekers that lose asylum and still have time on their tourist visas can come back anyway. So this is going to affect those individuals that applied for asylum, didn't get any unlawful presence, are now in their home countries, still have validity on a tourist visa, but because of this action, they won't be able to come back, which they already can't do. Thanks for listening. I know that was confusing. Go to The Migration for full article and sources.